Alright, thank you for joining us. You can see I'm back. Yeah, Chicago wasn't bad. It was a lot of walking. A lot of no energy. I thought I had more energy. I thought I'd get more done. And sit down in front of the computer and fall asleep. So, yeah, I guess jet lag on day number today. I felt better. Yesterday I felt a little bit better, but I didn't have any time to do anything, so... So for questions, I'm still on 7 days. For some, I'm on 8 days now. Those have been on Friday, so I'll do what I can. I'll submit at least some of it, at least half of it, and then the next day I have more time. I know I keep saying that. Every time I think I'm going to have time to answer more stuff, I don't go too far with it, but we're doing what we can. Okay, greetings. We have a special guest, a time traveler from the. I didn't put from the future, but now the name of this being right now is going to be called Recall, and tomorrow we're going to reveal who this is. So, yeah, this is one that is known in our pop culture too. Not alive anymore. I can always say that. So, of course, in our understanding of ourselves, is about becoming more multi-dimensional, more alien, healing the third dimension, not letting these things bother you so much of the 3D environment, to constantly improve. Of course, as either said and done, of course. It's just basically not letting the 3D environment affect you in a negative way. And that to be, of course, be negative towards others, especially when you're driving, and yada yada yada. Especially when you're driving. So one thing about Chicago, I don't remember anything I said last couple of days. I've been zoned out. It has not been easy. Hope it all went well. Of course, I remember the Illuminati hangout in Chicago. That was fascinating. I mean, I was not expecting that. I was going to go to the Sears Tower, no big deal. Bam! It's like, oh, this is creepy. It's like, this is not what I was expecting. I was just going to go look at Sears Tower and go up, and that was it. No big deal. I wasn't looking for anything. And then when I saw the statues, and then I felt the energies from that place, from the board of Chicago board of, I forgot the name of it already, but either way, that video is a recent one. When I just feel, I want to call it Congress, but I don't think that's what it's called. Board of Trade. That's it. Yeah, because I felt even today, I felt they're being watched by them. I mean, I've always feel that here and there, but. Yeah, it's just, I just felt, they have layers and layers of people in front of them to do their bidding, of course, to continue the third dimension. Not all of them are bad. There's some are, obviously. You can say they're waiting for us to wake up. So, more of this stuff might come through. As for connecting to them, is basically connecting the dots. Not to judge, not to be angry. It's to heal and to move into the higher dimensions. And that's the whole point of it. It's not to call them wherever you want, but the idea is not to be judgmental, as we're the ones still figuring ourselves out. And, you know, our financial situation isn't the best. Of course, when you go into a place like Chicago or anywhere, we're all kind of like, we're all in this line. We're all trying to go somewhere, do this, do that to survive. It's like a bunch of herd of animals, aren't we? It's like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Not really. I mean, if you want to be a herd of animals, sure, but you should be able to do whatever you want and, you know, create and build or whatever it is you want to do without all the hectic energies of, if I don't do this, I'm going to die or be thrown on the street. I mean, we have no choice. Of course right now, but eventually we're going to graduate into energies of we can live without these jobs, and we can survive off of it through higher vibrational knowledge. So we're all in hardship. I'm in hardship. Everybody's in hardship of some situation. I'm still in Florida, and that's somewhere exotic, whatever that is, inside of a volcano, whatever that is. Tibet, a shaved head, running around, chasing women. Anyway, so for tonight's connection, yeah, it's going to be kind of a special surprise. Now, this one came out of nowhere. I wasn't sure what I was going to connect to. My mind is still buzzing from the trip. I was on the airplane most of a good portion of it. My day is pretty much zipped gone. So got some questions answered, and did as much as I'd like to do. Let me tell you, when I was there, my energy got zapped. Of course, I was doing work and just felt zapped. So here, I should be able to balance more. Of course, yesterday I felt a lot better, but I didn't have any time once again to do anything. It was like, okay, now I'm feeling better. Now I don't have time to do anything. So yeah, it was really. I mean, I can lay down and go right to sleep instantly. So that was the past couple of 3 days. It was around that, so it wasn't just walking around. I didn't walk around that much. I didn't have much time to do much of that, but yeah. So either way, so yeah, it's a fascinating town they have there. That's for sure. Yeah, who knows? I might end up going back. It's fascinating. It's that we don't have that here. We don't have trams anywhere. Those are fun. So yeah, one thing, I think I mentioned this yesterday. Yeah, it's community. At least it's like living in a small town. At least you can talk to people. Here, it's not so easy. You might meet somebody at the grocery store, maybe, if you're lucky, but everyone's in their car, usually. At least there, you're roaming around, you're bumping into people, and it's, it's something. It's not perfect, but it's something. And here, you just go to work, and go in a car, go to the grocery store, go home, stop, and repeat. You might meet somebody at the gym, or theme park, or whatever, and so at least those towns, at least you got community. Especially when it starts snowing, you really got yourself some community. But so, it has its ups and its downs. I imagine a lot of people get tired of walking all the time, but some of us get tired of sitting around all the time. So there's ups and downs to everything. So fascinating place for sure. Let's see what else we can go into. Well, right now, let's see. It's been a while since I've done this. I still remember how to do some of it. Okay, so ivantower.com for those that are new to all this. I'm not sure what we have here. We have private sessions throughout the week. Open back up. Well, it's always been open. Also, the Warren Hat channel. Also, Google Hangout Zoom and channeling by phone. Also have the shop. And this is Rob about. It's been on Friday, I'll be answering it hopefully tomorrow. If not, it's Sunday. It'll be this weekend. Also, the same thing here. Spirit Social. I also have other channels and viewers I do recommend. Thank you for those that are posting on the social network. Blessings. And the Jake comic and the next issue. Well, I got a ways for it, but this one's still getting its attention. I'm not sure what. You have to kind of follow the story to know what's going on here. Speaking of the Illuminati, you have Jake going to he goes to LA, Propaganda Studios. He goes to the movie executive, wants to make the Illuminati the movie. And they're kind of discussing the whole thing here. So if you're interested in checking that out, that's where you can find it. Alright, the whole point of all this is, it's basically for us to come to where I bring in the guys, angels, aliens, and the time travel, where we're getting into that. Basically, we're basically learning how to, take back our power while being connected to third dimension, let the third dimension heal, so those lessons have been learned. It's time to move forward. Of course, many are having difficulties connecting to the alien knowledge, because well, I believe the alien energies are going to appear at least on the individual layer, over and over, over time, over time. Stop, repeat. As you basically let go of the 3D environment, it'll become much easier to see of higher dimensional energies, but also to be able to excel into those vibrations. Basically, you're turning light to it. You're changing your aura, your energies, what affects others. Those are used to being a pain in the ass. You heal that energy or whatever it might be, or your own energy for that matter. Is to basically graduate into a higher dimensional energy. One thing, when I was out in Chicago, I felt a lot of things that were connected to other worlds, obviously, but I really started to feel it there. But the other thing is that we're all connected to different beings, and it does, the alien nature, the alien energy, or just our higher galactic self, however you want to look, there is no wrong answer. It's just some feel like they have all the answers. Yeah, we all have the answers. It's just we don't always agree. But all answers are, there is no wrong, I don't believe. I mean, it takes you maybe into a direction you don't want to go into, but it does not mean that's a wrong, everything's a right answer. It might not be the best situation, but, like Scientology doesn't mean it's wrong. Not really. I mean, do you want to experience that? Probably not. Depends on who you are. But there are benefits there, as there is with anything. In reality, and so that's we're here to expand our, take what's good out of things, or just see what's good that's there, and judging doesn't help much. I think it does, because sometimes the judging is like feel like you're better than others. It does have an energy there that's not exactly of the most positive vibration. So, where was I going with all this? That's right. Basically, we're slowly graduating to the fourth dimension. Let's see, we have spirit guides, angels, whoever has a message for us before we're going to. It's basically we're slowly letting go of little nitpicks, anger. Even materialism will be slowly healed. There's different types of materialism. There's a materialism that really comes back to you and powers you up, like with the crystals and stones, like connecting to nature. It's just different ways of activating yourselves. Whereas a less third-dimensional environment, because the third dimension, you realize even if you don't understand all of this, or just your vibration does shift. It's like I do want to imagine most people, even if they don't understand it, I don't understand it all either. I don't think anybody really does. Well, this is school, a 3D school, so letting all of it go is not, it's school. You don't want to let everything go instantly. It's a negativity wherever it is, because we're still learning from those things. But as you gradually shift, it's like basically sometimes you get mad if a pen runs out of ink or whatever it is, or your traffic. Notice I bring up traffic a lot. It is the focus of some of our lives, unfortunately. This is why some of us had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to a 7 o'clock job because of traffic. So, normally it takes 30 minutes, it takes 2 hours. So, either way. Enough of that. So we are basically just healing, healing the third dimension environments. As you basically don't let what used to bother us anymore. Not to say you have to let someone walk all over you, but basically take more control of the situation. Basically go into a less 3D enclosure and go to a more fourth dimensional environment. Realize many are not ready for that, of course, but just the energies alone of those, that's where I'm getting all this. It's basically those that are not really understanding all of this, but imagine your intentions are to live a better life. What it comes down to, isn't that where it's all? I want to live something better. Where I'm going right now, I don't know if I'm going anywhere. So basically, just the intentions alone of wanting a better life, does it change your aura? Does it change your energy? Does it change those around you? And does it help families leave the drama? A lot of the drama is third dimensional drama. You can blame the reptilians and blame this being, that being. It all comes down to us, taking all that in. And, we're not ready to let it go. We're not perfect. There's, is this basically going to a better life? That is basically what this is all about. Doesn't mean you're going to be a fortune and glory and drive around in fancy cars. It's about basically you, not ending up on the Dr. Phil show, basically. Well, if you do, your vibration is there to not just heal yourself, but to heal others. Instead of just going to negativity and negativity and negativity. And yes, there is improvements there, but still in third dimensional energy. The idea is for us to change our aura to go more 4D, 5D. And yeah, many are not going to be ready for it, of course, because they're so used to the 3D environment. It's like graduating from school. It's like, I'm having all my fun here, even if I do have all these phobias and whatever it might be. It's like, I'm not ready to let go of those things, which makes sense. This is what I find familiar. Everyone else is doing it. Well, I should be doing it too. It makes sense. I mean, it really does make sense. Like when I went to work, I had to become a 3D, not very well, but I did the best I could. I don't have 3D conversation. I let somebody else talk. It's like, but it's good, but it's just like, how do you function? And I just can't do it. But anyway, I do as best I can. But basically, yeah, the third dimension is, yes, an adventure. It is a healing of the soul. Basically, when you incarnate here, you connect more to your darker side. As it's imposed on us, as a test, it can go into your dark side. It's up to you to heal it or to stay with it. And many do heal, not enough, but many do. It's like, more they explore, the more darkness comes in. The more you heal it, the more light comes in. So it's which way you want to go. So it just, there's different vibrations of light, of course. But it's just basically you want a better outcome in your life. Because like dealing with like Illuminati energies or Men in Black, whatever it is, like you see that energy, it's like you're not afraid of it. It's like, even if those people break it out of their place and come confront me, they're going to push all this fear towards me. Of course, it's like you feel like, oh, I don't like this feeling, but then you can reverse it. It's like, no thanks. Like a cop can show intimidation. Sometimes they do. That's how the elite operate. That's how criminals operate. Use a major mind control to get what they want. And it's not always easy to heal because it's like a mental attack. Imagine many have been through that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, when you're getting mentally attacked, and just use it for example, like an aggressive cop that's not exactly friendly. That wants to like abuse the people, then help them. They use mental energy. I'm just using it for example. Or scam artists on the phone do that too. They just like. They put the intentions out to, oh, there's a panic, or you better do this, whatever it might be. But either way, they get you to go into their vibration so they can do whatever they want. The reason that it's part of it's running our world right now, basically. Panic, like so many people were talking about the financial crisis is coming again. It's all in. I guess there's evidence somewhere. Who knows? The idea is to leave the panic energy. Leaves the mind control. You will see more, what the 3D heal itself, see what you feel through your third eye. You just feel yourself unlocking from the third dimension. It's not easy, especially when you have a work environment. because you have to focus on the 3D. But you know, they are there to help us. I mean, like if there's a mistake done at your job, it will be healed somehow. I do plenty of those. You know, it'll all be healed down the road. So somehow, if something bad happens, it's a test that needs to be had, that needs to occur. So it's a pain in the ass. So, all right, we'll go into the time traveler energies. Special guest. Much love. If anybody else comes, I think this is going to be the only one for tonight, so I might keep it a little bit short. So, all right, much love, blessings. Here we go. Greetings, this is Recall. From the future. From your past. Yes, I am connected to you just from another dimension. This dimension here is... You will get to know it more clearly. As basically as humans let go of their negativity towards each other. As really as, yes, the third dimension, yes, are energies, ideas that are implanted as you're a child. As you get implanted with ideas throughout your life. My source energy on your world, yes, is of literature, but I won't make myself known today. As basically, yes, there are aliens in your ears, in your eyes. There are other beings that are in other dimensions seeing through your environment right now. As yes, you are connected to Mars, Venus, and Pluto, and other creations seen. Yes, there are many vast more planets that are not seen in your environment, as you have what you need at this time. Many of you are going to go into an idea that is different, talking to yourself, several versions of you. Ever thought about being in a room where there's all versions of you in that room and none of you can get along? As yes, you think your family is difficult. What about other versions of you that you have still have not healed, have not confronted? As yes, your entanglement into this world. Yes, there are Jupiter beings here. They are time travelers. And some of them are very small. Some of them are human size, some of them are not. So we're going to see big, small, and at different sizes. There are other realities when your Earth is this big. And you have many other beings watching your planet, observing it, and just like, as they all come in for tea and take a look at your world. What are they doing today? So as you get the fascination of your existence, as there's much more, as you are opening up this point of view, your belief systems are going to eventually be shattered once you are ready. As many of us say, this is not real. Oh, yes, it is. Why you have not had your aliens is because many of you feel that they are not there. Most of them do not. Most of you do not believe that. Yes, the government is... Trust me, you can heal this government energy here if you wanted to. Many feel like they're in a cage. You're not. You put yourself in that cage, actually, if you are. There's no cage here. You can be as free as you want. It's basically you are rewriting your life as you know it. Realize, yes, the 3D paper of your reality has lost its ink a long time ago. We're just here to tell you so. As basically you are rewriting the foundations of your existence. So even looking at books, it is nice to look at books, but basically you are of the future yourselves. of basically how do you want to see this planet. How do you want to, you are all visionaries in your own way. Everyone has a vision of what they would like to be experiencing here. Let that flow in. Some say it can't. Yes, but you can live with the energies within. It's like you're going into vacation. I like a vacation. You can have vacation within yourself. And eventually, it will go on the outside. It all depends on what you came here for. Many come here to have hardship, but basically, it's like, remember when you had, yes, your abilities, and you did nothing but screw all that up. So you come into this world with a clean slate, and now you're here to rebuild your mind, basically. It's like, I have a clean slate. What do I want to do? I want to watch television, play video games all day, or do I want to conquer the world with my own energy? So I want to write about it. Do I want to sing about it? Even if only a few people show up, at least I'm doing what feels right. As you're all poets, writers, singers, whatever it might be that you feel fulfilled, that brings fulfillment to you. As your job is actually to be you, to find you, if you want to even call it a job. As your identity is basically here to unmask itself. The answer, yes, is within, but many put many books and energies in. They can't find the energies because they feel like they can't do it. Yes, blame it on another being. That's fine. That means you're not ready to see it yet. As the soul is going through a journey, and sometimes a dark journey is the best one. As you can see, those are living in your environment and having a blast in third dimension. Even if they say they are not, well, they are still there. Many of you are not. Many of you are just, we're just waiting for the rest of the world to awaken. It doesn't have to be boring here either. Yes, it is boring in some way because the third dimensional energies basically of the ideas of it's boring, but we enjoy it that way. Many of you are going to be rewriting the third dimension, breaking rules in it. You fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional people that you know who you are right now are currently breaking the rules of third dimension by talking about fourth and fifth dimension energies already. That will continue to do so. It's a wave of change. Basically, yes, it is fascinating to stare at your phone for several hours, but many of you will be astrally connecting to other worlds for hours without the phone business to be there. This is where some of you are already experiencing it. As you are getting used to you, you're wondering where your aliens are. Aliens are right here with you. Soul activation. You want to be activated. Believe you can do it, basically. And as you do that, you will see, yes. So you realize many, as they open themselves up, they see beings that they aren't too comfortable with, like an insectoid being or reptilian being. It can go on. You can see a cardboard box basically come up to you and talk to you and have a conversation and say, yes, I am your mother. As many, yes, many have given their selves to technology to learn, but many of you are connecting more to the spirit vibrations and harnessing the technology and just so, look, there's AI beings in your phone. It's time to say hello to them, have dinner with them. Maybe your phone is your father or your mother, and that's a possibility too. Have you given your phone a name? Because some of you are actually holding an ex-lover in your hand. Notice how you look at it all the time. It is a lover, isn't it? As basically, yes, you identify your reality as much different than what you might perceive it in the third dimension. In the fourth dimension, some of you are, yes, it is a, your phones are a gatekeeper into other worlds. For some, yes, holding into the third dimension, looking at a movie that is a fourth dimensional movie, knocking on your head, basically. Knock, knock. You and I are the same. Only if you knew that. So yeah, so what you are diving into is you. Movies are you. Music is you. All these things are you. It's to master yourself. Understand that what you're, because all of these, what you're interested in, music taste, movies, etc., science, whatever it might be, that's your alien reality speaking to you, basically. Your history is speaking to you right now. So when you look at your phone, you call it your lover. What is your lover's name? Maybe it's a father figure. Maybe it's an aunt. Whatever it might be. Because there's a relation there, because you're searching for something, aren't you? What are you searching for? Your reality. Who you are. Who is this person? We were actually a galactical, a multi-dimensional being, yes. That forgot what you are. Now you're here to remember. And show others that you're just, look, I just remembered. I'm actually I'm an earthling, but I have alien abilities, or not. I have abilities. I can fly if I want to. You are rewarning yourselves. Yes, you are shut down. Now it's time to activate, as many are. This is not just talk. As your 3D environment, as fascinating as it might be, is a paradox reality. It is, yes, it goes into reruns every day. And in that rerun is boredom. As you can see. The boredom is there to give you time to find yourself, though. Call it a blessing in disguise. I'm bored. Why not a astral project somewhere else and bring those beings here? Even make a ship appear. It can happen. It will happen when more of you are on board. See, yes, many say they can't do it, but you realize many of you actually can. Some of you, yes, are dealing with other versions of yourself. Yes, when the male goes through a male period, sometimes it is connected to another female version of yourself that are going through a lot of troubles. And so your male period is kind of connected to that. Sometimes. As your female version of yourself is doing much better than your male version of yourself. So of course the male is going to go through its time of the month. Why aren't I driving around in a fancy car? I'm sitting here at work staring at the wall for 3 hours. So there is much going on here that is not explained. Eventually will. Yes, the toaster is looking at you. Yes, your walls are listening to you, but not the government. They're not that interested in you. As basically, yes, everything is alive. Yes, you can talk to the piano, talk to the keys. Which they have community. They talk to each other. Usually, sometimes they don't always get along, so some of them do break. Sometimes they want attention, and they do break their own string for you to give it some more love. So there's much more going on in your mechanics of your world than you realize. As you are just getting started in knowing yourselves, there's always so much to learn. As yes, this planet itself is going to go into a U-turn, but into a fourth-dimensional U-turn is basically you're going back, but healing the 3D with your new learnings. You're going, yes, you're coming out of the 3D, going into the 4D, and going back into the 3D to clear what does not need to be there anymore. Yes, many are holding on to it, but also your vibration is enough to help heal those situations of negativity, especially with politics. Realize that is a play on your planet, basically. It's a game. Yes, it is. Almost like to say that politicians are insulting humanity in a lot of ways, because you're letting them get away with these things, and they can't believe that they can get away with this stuff. Murder, whatever it might be, prostitution, whatever it is that they're involved with, they're just unbelievable that humanity is, yes, they might show their concerns through elections, But then those that they're supporting are doing some really not so good things. And those that they're paying attention to aren't doing anything. So they're saying, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're not doing any of it. But those that are doing it are having a blast because no one's paying attention to them. So yes, the two-party system is making some complacent. It basically, oh, I'm a Democrat, everything's fine. Oh, I'm a Republican, everything's fine. Both parties are there to divide you, not to bring you together. As yes, it is an overlord manipulation, but it's also humanity just has not quite left its cycle of basically you don't need these people here anymore. You just haven't figured it out yet. As you take back your power, this governmental system will be gone. As you know it, at least. Blessings to you. Say hello to your toaster for me. Yes, give your toaster a big hug. Yes, it does care for you. It wants you the best toast you've ever had. Yes. There are other appliances in your house that do care for you. You can always hug them all if you want. They're not plotting against you. No, well, unless you want them to. If they malfunction, that means they're plotting against you. But that's most of you have grown out of that. So blessings to you. Yes, on your adventures of being you, a higher dimensional you, seeing above the 3D cloud. As basically some wish for more action. Well, you are still getting used to leaving the 3D environment. It has not fully gone into full play yet. But that does not mean to stop. No, far from it. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, your intentions, your love, your excitement for something new will bring your aliens more and closer to you. I am Recall. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. Good night. Alright, hopefully that was helpful. Alright, blessings everyone. And see you tomorrow.